What is going on, Zinger Nation? How are we all doing today? Welcome to the After Hours Show. I'm your host, Ryan Rozbiani. You probably already know that. It's probably not your first time watching with me. If it is, welcome. If it's not, well, welcome again. Welcome back. Today we're going to be talking about the Robinhood IPO, if you could even call it that. That thing tanked harder than the Titanic. I don't know about you, but I'm happy I didn't touch it. So we're going to be talking about that. We're going to talk about some of your favorite stocks, of course. We're going to dive deep into it. If you're new to the show is in three parts. Part one, we cover the indices. Part two, we cover some of the hot stocks of the day, whether they were going up or down. In part three, I talk to you in the chat. You put a ticker in the description, in the comment section, and we talk about those tickers. So like right now, Dev Depani, welcome to the show, has put in a ticker asking for the levels on Amazon. We will get to that in part three of the show. All I ask in return from you is you smash that like button. That's all we need. Just hit that like button. It's free. Hit it. We will get into it, and I will jump into the stocks of the day. So there we go. We need to go bigger. We need to go bigger and better. We have to talk SPY. We have to. These days, you can't talk about anything without talking about SPY. And SPY's levels are doing great. You know what? I'm going to turn off my 200 moving average. My moving average is, look, it's above everything. It's above the 21. It's above the 50. It's above the 200. I'm going to turn it off. I'm going to use Bollinger Bands. Bollinger Bands have been way more helpful for me right now in my analysis of SPY, whether it's playing puts or calls. And you can't do that on the daily frame because if you're scalping, SPY's going. If you were here on Tuesday when we had our last stream, what was Tuesday? Tuesday I didn't have a stream. I was at jury duty. I apologize for those who came to watch and I wasn't here. I was at jury duty. We had a red day, and then we had another red day, and then I'm back. I told them, Benzinga, I'm coming back on Thursday. SPY was like, we're gonna have a green day. So here we are. Green day on SPY, hit a high of 441.80. I believe that's a 52-week high. Yep, 441.80 is a 52-week high. We hit it. We hit the top of the Bollinger Band. It was rejected. Look, I was expecting us to go this week to the 445 area. I was a little too optimistic. That's my fault. But I'm expecting us to go to the 445 area into the next 2 weeks. I'm expanding my prediction a bit here on where I think we're going to go to the 445 area within the next 1 to 2 weeks. We will get there. That's what I'm feeling. And hopefully we will be able to touch on a lot of things. So I'm just opening up my Benzinga Pro here on the side. Donnie Pie, what's going on? Dev, what's going on? Thank you guys so much for coming and watching the show. If you guys could do me a solid, just hit that like button so we can kind of gamify this algorithm for YouTube. YouTube is really odd these days when it comes to live streams and putting out content. They are not the greatest in promoting us on the algorithm. So my goal is to try to kind of, with your help, once you hit the like button, it boosts the algorithm. And it doesn't do anything to you guys. Like, it's not going to mess up anything that you guys are doing or changing anything. So I'd really appreciate that. We've got a lot of data to talk about in terms of the Robinhood IPO. So we talked the good old SPY. Let's talk about QQQ. Very parallel setups as we've seen here. QQQ has been a little stronger this week, believe it or not. You saw SPY had 2 red days. QQQ had just 1 red day. There's a little bit of a thicker red day compared to their usual red days that we saw on SPY. But again, nothing too wild, nothing too bad that we would have to lose sleep over, nothing of that sort, thankfully. But let's see where could good old QQQ go. Is I could see this going to the 370s. If SPY goes to 445, I could see this going to the 370s. 369. That'd be funny. That'd be 369. That'd be funny. Michael says, Alf, Michael, we have one deal on the show. Part 3, I go over any stocks that you guys want. You just have to hit the like button, and I'll go over it, I promise. The AMCs, the Wishes, the SOSs, the fan favorites of retail, I go over in Part 2 and Part 3. If I missed any of them, you let me know in the comments on the side, and I do them for you. I'm here to help you. That's why I'm here. I'm here to help you. This is one of those shows where I interact with the audience, and all I ask in return is to hit that like button because we want to get the views up so more people can come and ask questions and learn, hopefully. By the way, if anyone wants to learn how to do this technical analysis, I teach it via my Patreon on my Discord. So there's a link for that in the description. If you sign up today from this and you shoot me a message on Patreon saying, hey, I signed up for the month of July, for the month of August, I will cover your payment for you. So that's my little deal with you all here. For the first 20 people that are here, just shoot me a DM saying Patreon 20, and I will cover your payment for next month myself. So that's our little deal here. It also comes with Of course, a bunch of other great stuff. If you go to the link in the description, it should be there, ryanstocks.com, takes you to the Patreon, and you'll be able to see that. That's our little deal here for you. Also, Benzinga Pro is also available, by the way. I always forget to plug it, but I want you guys to plug it. I got you a coupon code. I went to Benzinga. I said, hey, we've got a great show. We've got great viewers. We got a great audience. They want Benzinga Pro, but they want it for cheaper. So they said, Ryan, we got you. They said, if your viewers go to benzinga.ryanstocks.com. So I'll make it easy for you. You go to ryanstocks.com in the description, right? It's there. I'll put it on the screen for the rest of the show. You guys right there, right? If you go to ryanstocks.com, you come here, if you want the Patreon, you click this one. If you want Benzinga Pro, you click on this one. And then you sign up. If you're a new member, you sign up and you use promo code RyanR. Ryan, RYANR, you get 30% off. Pretty good deal, right? 30% off. That's for life, 30% off. It's not like it's going to disappear or anything like that. So you get access to this fantastic tool. I tweeted about it. I made a massive video on it. You'll get access to all of that juicy stuff. So QQQ is going to be doing great. It's looking good. IWM came roaring back today, and we'll have to see. Is it going to be a small cap summer? Is it going to be a small cap summer? I don't know why my logos look a little bit different today. I want the minimal. There we go. There's my minimalist. No, it's too big. You know what? I like this one better. So here you go. We're breaking back into this kind of this ascending triangle pattern, I believe it's called. I'm blanking on the name right now. I always get a little bit of stage fright when I'm doing some of this in the early times. So it's ascending. It's trying to break back. If we break back into here, that's going to be fantastic. We're above the mean, which is that red line, which is the 20 moving average now. That's a very good sign. I want us to break back into this triangle. That'll be an even better sign. And I want us to kind of reclaim these 225, 230 levels. You'll see the small caps rise up again and start booming, even though individually a lot of them are doing fantastic. Just if you can find the right ones, if you can find good ones in the Patreon, I do watch lists where I include those ones that I believe are going to be very good. So by the way, to just a heads up there, but IWM is doing great. Now we can't talk about indices without talking about Bitcoin, the hot new chick on town, the one that's killing it, rocking and rolling. Look at this. Let's go to the daily chart. Look at this, man. If you guys have been watching the show, if you guys have been with me, you were here with me during this whole roller coaster. You can't even call it a roller coaster. It's like a Nikola chart. This is like we were just going downhill. It was like a Nikola. It was like, oh, we're gonna roll this thing downhill, just make a bunch of money disappear. But here we are. We were trading sideways essentially from the 19th of June until essentially the 20th of July. So about a full month, we were trading sideways. Nothing was happening. Everyone was like, we're going to 20K, we're going to 12K, we're going to $1. But Bitcoin picked up. I don't know what happened. I don't know where this came, but confidence kind of sprung back into action. Some people say it was due to the B word convention with Jack Dorsey, Cathie Wood, Elon Musk. That brought a lot of confidence in, and I agree with that sentiment there. And right now, we're just dealing with a bit of resistance around the $40,000 area, but we are at support around the 39.5 is where we have support being set up, which is fantastic. I wasn't expecting us to have this strong of support already. I was expecting us to dance around the 37s, but it looks like it came in. Look at that massive almost 10% candle. Beautiful candle. But it went up there. I've seen some people coming in. Fred, what's going on, brother? I hope you're doing well. Michael, my pleasure. We will definitely go over it. I promise you that. Tiny Pie Media says Rozbiani in the house. I am here. I'm in the house. I'm literally in the house. And Dev, of course, I promised you we will go over Amazon. So Bitcoin's looking great. I wanted to hold 39.5. I was itching to buy some Mara calls at near close, but my buddy Larry said, don't do it. You did good on trading today. Don't overtrade. I heeded his advice. I might be back at jury duty tomorrow, so I had to heed his advice and not do it. And he was smart. I didn't do that. Let's take a look at Mara. Let's start off the day off with a fan favorite stock, Mara, Marathon Digital Holdings. I guess Larry was right. I did the right. His advice was right. Mara in the after hours is flat. I guess it's not having a great day, down 2 points because Bitcoin is essentially down, but Bitcoin isn't even down today. If we look at the daily chart for Bitcoin, I'm sorry, we got to go back to Bitcoin for 1 second. I don't think Bitcoin has a red candle for today. It might be down by a sliver, but look, it's a flat day on Bitcoin. Why is Mara down? If you look at Mara historically, if you look at Ride historically, they tend to price in a Bitcoin shift up or shift down. So I think how investors of Mara and traders of Mara and Riot are seeing this is, hey, Bitcoin is sitting on support. If Bitcoin falls from support, we come down to 37.4. Let's sell our Mara and we'll come back and buy it again for cheaper. Hence why you see kind of Mara leads Bitcoin sometimes. Then Bitcoin can accelerate the push of Mara both in the upward and downward direction. So I think that's what's happening here is investors are expecting a fall for Bitcoin into tomorrow, into the weekend, into Monday. So they don't want to hold on to it. Makes sense. I totally get it. We're on support. We've had a fantastic week with both stocks. You're scalping them on options, on puts, calls, options. Like literally, you could have played them. I played Mara puts yesterday, believe it or not. I almost blocked myself on Twitter. And you can make money on the way up and down. So they were doing fantastic, both of those. SOS, I'll take a look at that one too, because I know retail loves SOS. SOS made me a ton of money. I just had to get out of it when things were getting a little bit hairy. I don't like when a stock becomes oversaturated with too much emotion and too much stuff from social media. That gets to the point where I'm like, I need to cut myself out of a position, and I don't want to be a part of it. And the other thing was I didn't want to be a part of a stock that was kind of expanding again, another Bitcoin miner going through expansions, offerings. I couldn't handle it myself personally. Fred says just delivering mail in Pasadena. Cool. Good luck, man. I hope you're having fun. So if you can see here, SOS is again also just like Mara. SOS had a rougher day, 5.45%. Which is interesting because SOS has a higher float. So you'd imagine SOS wouldn't have a rougher day, but you have to realize these penny stocks do get impacted higher by what's going on. It's right at the mean. If you look here, the 20 moving average and the Bollinger Band, right at the mean. 275 is acting as resistance here. As you can see here, it went to a high of 279, rejected it, came back down. So I think this is also pricing it for a downward move. SOS, if I were to go back and play SOS, I would add it around the support level of 2.7 and sell it for like 2%, 5%, 10% gains, quick scalps, in and out. It's not worth doing options on. I've done options on SOS before. The deltas are not good enough. So if we were to, let's say we take an August 20th, let's say what, $5, no, $5, that's foolish. If I did a $3 call on SOS, the delta is 41.94. So the delta is not that bad. Actually, I'm looking at it again. The delta is not that bad. But I don't know. I don't expect it to have that much of a massive move in the positive trajectory. We're seeing 2.75 as rejection, so you might even be better off playing an in the money call with this one. So if you look in the money, the delta is much better. You might be better off playing in the money with something like SOS and using that on pop. So you buy it around the 2.7. You buy a 2.5 call in the money. Again, not financial advice. I'm just literally thinking out loud with you here. You have to buy them in bulk because these are 38-cent calls. So they're literally like, in the world of options, under $1 is considered pretty cheap, and you just mass buy and mass sell them. But again, you need to have stop losses. You need to be watching Bitcoin, and you shouldn't be swinging these, in my opinion. You should be scalping them because Bitcoin overnight can react way differently, especially with the world, the Chinese market's effects on Bitcoin. Not a great idea to do that and hold these things overnight. So you want to definitely keep an eye on Bitcoin before you do anything in the world of Bitcoin stocks. So we covered Mara, we covered Riot, we covered SOS. Everyone's talking about Amazon. We'll definitely talk about Amazon in 1 second. I just want to hit one more Bitcoin stock, SPRT, because there's so many. This is a fan favorite of retail. I alerted this in the Patreon to my Patreon members around $4. We got in. We rode this thing up. Of course, as always, you want to sell on the way up because you want to take profits on the way up because you have no idea where the high and top is. This is a low float, almost a micro cap stock with 15 million float. What does that mean? That means we will move fairly quickly as things kind of adjust. We move fairly quickly. So you want to make sure that you have the ability to get out in case things get ugly. We had a good week here. If you played it with us in the Patreon, because I know some Patreon members love to watch this stream. If you got around the $4 area, let's say you sold at, let's say you didn't sell at the top, you sold at 882. Look at that. That's a nice 121% move. 120% move. Let's just say you even sold here. You saw resistance here and you sold here. It's about 100% move. Congratulations to you if you play this. If you're playing this, this is a fun one to do. Did you cover HUT? No, I will cover HUT right now. Let's talk about HUT 8 mining. This is one that a lot of people are asking me to do videos on. So if you're not familiar, I do have my own YouTube channel as well, where I cover a lot of different stocks, especially in the Bitcoin space, in the crypto space, and in general. Like you can see here, I'll show you. I just put out a new video like a few minutes ago. I do live streams here. I cover a bunch of different stuff. So if you'd like to subscribe, you can go to ryanstocks.com and hit the top link. I'll put it for you guys in the chat. I don't know if it'll send or how chat links work, but we'll do that. We've got a small audience here. We're all friends. I'll put the link in the chat. You can subscribe to that. And I'm looking, a lot of people are asking me to do videos on Hut 8 mining, on bit farms. So I'm trying my best to learn and read about them as much as possible. Thank you, Tiny Pie. You're amazing. Thank you. Let me cover Hut real quick since we're in the Bitcoin space, and then I'll go to Amazon and Robinhood. Believe it or not, we're in a world where Robinhood's public now. That's interesting. Hut 8 mining. Hut 8 mining was recently uplisted. I haven't looked at their stock price in a while. I've just been really focusing on their fundamentals. It looks like they're in a bit of a downtrend. I guess they hear they've broken that downtrend. I'm just going to assume that. I'm going to play it like this. I'm going to just ignore the direction of the Fibonacci's. We're doing this on the fly right now. We broke the mean. We came back down. It's funny how the mean and the 50% Fibonacci levels are always in line. Those are just like kind of little tricks you can do in your head if you don't know Fibonacci. Bollinger Bands are literally the best indicator. I have a deep, in-depth video on them in the course that I give to my Patreon members. So if you'd like to sign up, the link is in the description. But yeah, look, it's fighting to hold the mean, which is this 20 moving average. I'm going to delete the fib levels. It needs to be above this 4.5. It closed above the 4.522 after I was surrendering some of it. But this one is an interesting company. I just want to make sure that these are the right ones because Webull sometimes bugs. By the way, a lot of people have been asking me in the chat over the past couple streams to actually discuss what platform this is. This is Webull that I'm using to trade. It's 100% free. You can get it for free. If you want an account, you can trade with them. I have a link here. They're running a cool new promotion where if you sign up with my link and you just deposit $5, you'll get 2 free stocks. So you can do that here. It's all in this ryanstocks.com page. You can get the 2 free stocks just in case if you want that. That's available to you. They usually make you deposit $100. Now they're only doing $5. If you want to sign up with that, you can. But Hut's doing its thing. Let me take a look at their financials. I haven't looked at them recently. They're doing better with revenue. I think Q2, depending on what Mara and Riot report, I can get an idea of how Hut will be reporting. I imagine they should be doing well because Bitcoin's been cheap. Hash rates were reduced. Difficulty of the hash rate was reduced. They should be, quote unquote, printing money. Their balance sheet is good. It's not a fantastic balance sheet, but it's there. And unfortunately, there's no cash flow data here at the moment. Sometimes you got to refresh. Sometimes they don't have it. I can go to Benzinga, has much better data when it comes to financials and stuff like that. So I'm already signed in. Haha, you thought you'd get my login. I'm just kidding. I know you guys didn't think that. By the way, can you hear me clearly? I just want to make sure you guys can hear me clearly. I have my mic positioned in a different place today, and I have a fan running for the first time so I don't die of heat. I have an AC here, but I turn it off for the stream so I'm not blasted with cold air and I don't freeze my butt off. Cash flow, no cash flow. Okay, so it looks like they all have the same cash flow data. But Hut 8 is an interesting one. If we go to their website real quick, Hut 8. We've got a great team at Hut 8. It's a really fantastic administrative team. Really, really cool people. I love the color scheme of their website too. I want to go to their About Investors page. Capital structure, I don't really care about that. But again, not a low float, but not a very high float company. We got 21 million warrants, which is normal. Their Bitcoin inventory is 3,806 Bitcoin, which is good. I like that they're holding Bitcoin. They don't sell any of their Bitcoin either. They're like Mara. Their exec team. Jamie's their CEO. I'm looking for what the heck. I don't want to spend too much time on Hut 8 because I'll put out a video. Just go subscribe to my YouTube. I promise I'll put out a video. Benzinga Pro, exactly. Listen, Audiqua Gaming. Audiqua, I hope I said that right. What's up with ARDX? I have no idea what that is. No idea what that is. What's going on with pins? I'll cover pins in a second. I put that color. Amazon the sport. All right, let's do this. Listen to Paulina, folks. Hit that like button. Shout out to you, Paulina. Thank you so much for always coming and watching and supporting. You're the best. You are really the best. One of the best people in this whole FinTwit community. Let's do it. Let's do it. I promised you all. Let's do Amazon real quick. Everyone's freaking out over Amazon today. What? Amazon has a little bit of red on the chart, and you guys all get a little scared? What's going on? This thing's a $3,600 stock. I don't know how many people in retail are trading this or swinging it. The thing was freaking overextended here in the $3,700 area. Take a look at it just on RSI. You broke above the Bollinger Bands. You held above the Bollinger Bands for 2 days, and now it's receding. It hit the mean. It bounced right off the mean, and now it's receding again, going into a downward trajectory where I can estimate this thing will come already. Look, you're already in the after hours. You're below it. What is going on with Amazon that it's tanking? Did Bezos just sell stock or something? What the heck is going on? Somebody talk to me. Somebody talk to me. What is going on? I need Benzinga Pro. I need a cheat. I need Amazon here now. What the heck is going on with Amazon? Amazon shares are trading lower after. Oh my gosh, I forgot they're doing earnings today. That's what's going on. Hold on. Wow. Okay, hold on. Why aren't the I'm in SEC filings. I'm being an idiot. Wow. Oh my gosh. Okay, I see what happened. Okay, so they beat EPS. That's fantastic. They missed on sales. That's going to hurt you. Look, we've seen companies report earnings. Yeah, Robert, you can't pump and dump Amazon. I promise you, you can go to the best pump and dumpers in the world. You cannot pump and dump Amazon. You're going to need some Goliath level money to pump and dump Amazon. What is their float? Like, they could try to prove it to you by just taking a look at their float. I always forget what the float is on here. Here it is. It's like almost 500 million float. Okay, you can pump it. I take it back. But man, you've seen these companies are reporting earnings. And these freaking companies, man, they're reporting earnings. They're beating EPS. They're beating estimates on sales. They're raising guidance, and the stock still falls. But you miss on sales. A company like Amazon missing on sales. Now I see why we've got 7% drop in the after hours. That's a heartbreaker. Man. I want to see their guidance. I know they reduced guidance. Operating income between 2.5 to 6 billion. That's a range. I guess they didn't like that. Amazon trading lower after worse than expected earnings in Q3. Net surprise guidance below estimates. Okay. Here we go. So yeah, see, their estimated guidance for Q3 was going to be 118 for net sales. It looks like it, if I'm understanding this correctly. Yes. And then they're saying 106 to 112. Okay, so they're reducing. Look, people aren't at home anymore. It's not the Rona situation anymore. It's everyone's out and about. People aren't using Amazon at the velocity that they were. People aren't just buying stuff because they're bored. This thing's freaking tanking. Wow. This is a shocker. Oof. Bezos isn't going on vacation this year. So much for that space trip. You're not going to have any more freaking Blue Origin launches after this. Bezos is going to be in a lot of debt. He might even lose his trillionaire status. I'm totally kidding. He's going to be completely fine. Like, you guys have to realize, like, he has this stock from when it was like pennies. I'm seeing some questions coming in. Amazon missed earnings. Yep. Your reaction is priceless. Thank you, Traders Line. You got my honest reaction. Yeah, their 113 billion wasn't enough is exactly. It's like, who the hell is looking at a company this big and being like, 113 billion. Like, that's not enough money. We need more. Like, come on, man. Earnings miss. I see earnings miss. They gave a conservative guidance. That's what you have to do. Noah, spot on. You have to give conservative guidance because you surprise and then your stock picks up. There's nothing wrong with conservative guidance, but these guys, they miss. If you miss on sales and then you lower guidance, that always looks bad. Some people, their eyes run when they're giving guidance. We're going to do 800 billion in sales. Nobody. That's not how it works. Buy the dip, folks, if you're bullish. That's him, not me. Look, we all know what Amazon is. We all know where Amazon's going. We all know where Amazon has been for the past 18, 19 months in our lives. And they're not going anywhere. They're getting bigger and better. This is an expensive stock, right? So, and you know that Webull and Robinhood all give you the option to buy fractional shares. I don't know about SoFi or Public or I don't think TD does. I haven't ever used fractional shares on TD. But you've got an opportunity here if you like it. I think you'll see more of a sell-off tomorrow. I'll be 100% frank with you all. You'll probably see more of a sell-off tomorrow. This isn't showing any signs of a reversal or bounces anywhere. It's literally just tanking. Look at that. All threes. 3,333.33. $3,333.33. Wow. Man, that's a heartbreaker. That's a real heartbreaker. I'm sorry if anyone's in this. I'm sorry for holding this. But look, I by no means doubt the fact that this is going to one day be a $4,000 stock. I think that people just got ahead of themselves with when and if this will be a $4,000 stock. Now, they should do a stock split. Retail wants Amazon stock. Not all retail can do fractional shares. Do a stock split. Your float can handle it. You can do a 10-to-1 stock split, 10x your float. That's fine. And you'll introduce yourself to a new batch of retail. Now you might be saying, well, why don't they just go out and buy partial shares? They can if they want to, but people don't do it. Partial shares aren't attractive. That's why NVIDIA ran. Let me show you. NVIDIA ran just because they're splitting a stock. Now, in the world of penny stocks, if you do a stock split, they'll kill you. If you do a reverse stock split, they'll kill you even harder, even though I'm in favor of reverse stock splits with penny stocks because it reduces their massive floats. Take a look at this. NVIDIA, from whoever they announced they were going to do the split, I'm just going to imagine it's somewhere here where they were trading flat. They just skyrocketed. Look, let's just do a quick little measurement of how high this thing ran from, let's say, the low point. It ran about 55%, about 55% run. Look at that, massive move. And then it came crashing down because if you know how stock splits work, they run up and then they crash back down. I imagine us with NVIDIA, we will probably return back to the 170 area eventually. If not, it'll hold here and keep going. And I don't see why not. I think Amazon and NVIDIA are both great stocks. I do apologize if you're holding the stock. I mean, I can't apologize to you. I'm not Jeff Bezos. I couldn't have made more sale numbers come in. I would have if I could. I think it's all overvalued. I agree with you, but this is the world that we're in. This is the world we are in now. It's that things are overvalued. Stocks are overvalued. Things are overvalued. Second time catching this stream. Great content. Thank you, Miles. You are amazing. Thank you so much. I hope the market crashes. I'm ready. I'm ready, too, for a market crash because the way I see market crashes is I can swoop in and buy some cheapies. But a market crash, I don't like market crashes because – and I don't pray for market crashes anymore because – in the back of my head, I'm always thinking about all those people who are on the verge of retirement. If you have a market crash and they haven't truly fortified and secured their savings in a way that it's not 100% connected to the market, they take a hit and then they can't retire. And that's even more harmful to the economy. We always want people retiring, cycling out of jobs, and new people cycling into jobs. I think that's the big thing here. I think it's all overvalued, says Audio. I agree. There's a lot of overvalues. Amazon drop might be a precursor to a crash. I don't know about that. If it happens, it happens, but we'll see what happens. I would look at Ford with the demand of the F Lightning. I saw one of those Mustangs the other day. I showed the stream too. I was doing a live stream on my YouTube. I'll show you guys here too. Mustang Mach-E. This thing looks like it has a mustache, and a goatee. Look at this. You guys tell me. There's way more of you in here. Is it just me, or does it look like this thing's got a mustache and a little soul patch right here? You see this thing? Come on. I saw one of these things when I was going to Costco. I was like, this thing is ugly. It's got a mustache. The car's got a freaking mustache. It's like those novelty things you see when you got bachelorette parties and they put lashes on the cars. The thing's got a mustache. There is no utility to that. I'm going to get sued by Ford, but it's okay. It's totally worth it. Ferris is asking me to take a look at D-Nut. I hope that's a stock, and I hope you're not trolling me, or I will promise to block you from the channel. I'm kidding. I know it's Krispy Kreme. Look, IPOs are ugly. IPOs have been ugly. They will be ugly. I'm going to go to Robinhood stock in a second. I promised you all that I do Robinhood stock. Look, it's hit oversold. It's bouncing today. You've got some semblance of support here around, what is this, a low of 1590, 1580, 1590, 1580 looks to be support here. I don't like Krispy Kreme's financials. I'll be honest with you. I didn't like it, and I don't even have access to them here. But when I looked at their S1 filing, I'm not going to pull it up now because there's so many stocks you guys want me to go over. I didn't like it, and I just said, no, thank you. I'm going to avoid it. I'm going to ignore it. So I don't want it. So I don't like Krispy Kreme's financials. I don't like it. If you're in, best of luck. For me personally, it's not one for me. I'm not big on them. I don't like them. Someone asked a question earlier about a stock that I promised I'd go over ALF. I'm going to go over ALF, then I'm going to go over Robinhood. We're kind of mixing up sections 2 and 3 on the stream today, but that's okay. That is completely okay. Let's take a look at ALF. ALF is holding up much better than I thought it would after the old jump and dump. Not a pump and dump, excuse me. There's a lot of catalysts. I can't call this one a pump and dump. No one was really pumping it. It's holding the 60% line. You're in a bit of a downtrend here. If we were to kind of like redraw it, the fibs here and kind of do like a smaller time frame, realistically, it's not. Whatever. You know what? I'll just leave that time frame. I'll leave this time frame. If you take a look at this time frame, really here, you're hitting resistance around the 1104 area, which lines up perfectly with where you are. You need volume. You're missing volume here. You're in a downward trend. Your RSI is down. I don't know. This thing ran. This thing ran from $2 to $22. I don't know. I'm not crazy about it. I don't know anything about them. They're in digital home. All right. Whatever they did to make them run, they've got a micro float. ALF study predicts programmatic advertising spending to increase. Okay, so if spending is going to increase, it's going to be bad for the balance sheet. So they're not going to like that. Investors don't like that stuff. All right, here we go. Okay, I promised you Robinhood. Let me do Robinhood, then I will go back to doing some of your stocks. But look at that ugly candle. Ugly. Look at that ugly little lonely candle on the daily chart. Why are you so ugly? Come on, look at this thing. Oh, come on, look at that. We're gonna call from now. We're gonna call this the Vlad stair step. I'm being mean. I love. Come on, you guys are gonna destroy me if I say this, but I'm gonna say it because I always keep it 100% honest with you all. That's the one promise I've made to you in these streams. I love Robinhood's website for what they did. I love for what they did was because they allowed retail investors like me, who back in the day couldn't afford to trade because of trading premiums. I'm sorry, not trading premiums, trading fees, the brokerage fees and the transaction fees. I couldn't afford to trade because of that. I'm going to buy like $100 of a stock that I've saved up money on my intern salary of $9 an hour. I'm not joking to you. It's $9 an hour was my intern salary. I didn't grow up rich. I grew up very humble, but I'm grateful for my uprising and my kind of the way I grew up. Robinhood came into the world and said, screw that. We're not going to charge. We'll sell order flow or whatever and all that jazz. I don't want to go into that. But they democratized kind of what was going on. And some people like it. Some people don't. But I'm grateful to them for that. Now, I said it. Bloomberg gave me a call. Not Michael Bloomberg, the website and the news organization Bloomberg called me last week. And they said, hey, what do you think about this? And I said, how'd you guys get my number? And they saw my Robinhood video where I went into the financials of Robinhood on my YouTube channel. I'll show you guys which video that was. Again, see, like Bloomberg's watching my videos. You guys should be watching too. Here I wrote. It's called "When to Short Robinhood Stock: My Plan." Again, the clickbaity, catchy headline to kind of get people to click on it. But I said, hey, look, I don't like the financials. I don't like where this company's going because their first quarter numbers were fantastic because you had the GameStop AMC transactional volume come in. Doge literally made up 6% of their revenue. Doge isn't as hot as it was. Even now with Bitcoin moving like crazy, Doge is still not moving, unfortunately, which is surprising. I was expecting Doge to be in like in the 25, 30 cent area by now, but it's not doing that. So for me, I was like, I'm not going to invest in this until probably Q3, Q4. In my opinion, this is more fairly valued about like a $10 to $15 stock. I ran a poll on my Twitter, which I'll show you right now. I ran a fantastic poll on my Twitter because I've got a lot of awesome people that follow me. If you'd like to follow me, the link is in the description. Again, more than happy to interact with you. New more videos up also, by the way. Ran a poll. Where's my poll? Here we go. Elon. Here's the poll. So I said, what do you think is a fair price for the Robinhood stock? $0 to $10, 11 to 20, 21 to 30, 30 to 40 plus. And people came in with a consensus of about 50% between $0 and $10. We got about 634 votes. Voting's still open. If you'd like to enter, I'll put the link in the chat. You can kind of jump in and enter and vote still. So we'll come back to the poll at the end of the chat. But give me a follow while you're at it. And consensus is really the majority are in the same price range that I was saying, between 10 to 15. This little area right here. And I get it. Look, the company had a great year. Everyone was home. So a lot of people had free cash flow that they could use, and they were kind of doing their thing. They were having their fun. I got the donut comment stuck on the screen. I completely forgot. Listen to Paulina. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. I somehow have that comment still here. So hit the like button if you're here. I'd appreciate it. We need it for the YouTube algorithm. We need to get the YouTube algorithm moving. That's the only way Benzinga doesn't fire me, is if we have the YouTube algorithm. So hit that like button. There's 158 of you amazing people in here. Hit the button, light it up, do what you can, and I'll promise to show you some fun stuff as we go. So Robinhood, not so hot, not so great. I don't think it's going to have a great day going into it. But this is the thing that happened that was quite interesting here. Opened up, hit 40, then came crashing down. Now, why did this happen? There's a ton of private investors. Someone that I know told me that he privately invested into this company as well. I didn't know they had done private investment rounds to the point where people could do that with this company. I know they've done a different series of money raises and stuff, but I had no clue. And I guess those guys sold because it's not a direct IPO. So there's probably, I think he hinted at the fact that they could sell. And he said, I'm not selling, but I could if I wanted to. So I guess those guys sold. So if they bought in at, let's say, $20 and the stock hit 40, 100% gains, why not? And then you could buy back in again when it goes lower, because it's probably going to go lower. But right now it looks like it's establishing a support area here around the 34.50 areas around support. We'll have to see tomorrow. Again, we have no data. We can't do anything about it. Like, we'd have to go to like a 1-minute chart to get anything, but you have 34.50 as support and 33.35 as support. So we'll have to see, how does this withstand a red day? How does this withstand a market crash? How does it withstand a market correction? You've got one lonely daily candle right now, and we can't do much with it. So that being said, I'm going to move on to some stocks and talk to you about what you would like. Someone asked me earlier about pins. I'm going to do pins now. PINS. I believe they're doing earnings. Oh my God. What the heck? What is going on? Who did this? Oh, I'm literally at a loss for words. Where's my Benzinga Pro? What the heck? Which one of you did this? I know it was one of you. Oh, thank God I don't own pin stock. Oh, jeebies. What the heck? Why is it down 20% after hours? Oh, man. Not good. Hale, I've got no idea. I've got no idea where the conference call is. We covered Amazon earnings. I have them up still if you'd like to see them. They hit EPS. They hit and beat EPS, but they missed on revenue, and they lowered guidance, saying, hey, we're going to make less money next quarter. So the stock's tanking. We're down about 7% in the after hours. So I need to look at pins now. It looks like, I guess, pins also reported, and pins is tanking on that one. Like done, hit it up. Thank you, Viana. Appreciate you. But man, pins, woof. Who did that? Which one of you? It was one of you, I could tell. It was one of you guys. Richard, thank you so much for watching. Ruth says Ford sucks. New Bronco is an insult to the Bronco class. Like, I'm not going to comment on that. I've already commented enough on good old Ford. I don't want to get sued. I've talked too much about them. I'll go to the main channel page and you'll find it, but you'll learn more listening to Ryan. Thank you, Tiny Pie. You are 100% correct, probably. I don't know. That investor call is not going to be fun to listen to. But hang out with us. We'll probably learn something. I hope, I guess, or unlearn something. All right, so let me just really quickly, I need to do something on this page here. Just give me 1 second, team. While you're waiting for me to do what I need to do, can you folks do me a solid and hit the like button? Let's have some fun. Hit the like button. We're all friends here, and we can get the YouTube algorithm helping me out a little bit more. Oh, come on. There it is. There it is. There it is. Okay. Very good. All right, cool. That is fixed. By the way, I'm dealing with a screen where you guys are seeing a part of the screen now, where I have to, for lack of a better word, make some adjustments on the fly because I have a camera and a light here and a fan here now, so I don't see everything. But someone said something earlier that I wanted to comment on. Someone said, buy the dip. Which dip? They're all dipping, buddy. We're down 18%. Let's see. EPS beat. Sales. What the? What? How do you sell off almost 20% at a certain point? We're at 20%. How do you sell off 20% after you beat earnings per share, after you beat your sales estimates? What do they do? Drop guidance? What happened? Let me see the guidance. Pinterest are trading lower. The company reported Q2 monthly active users were of 454 million, and an average revenue of per user of $1.32. Yeah, it's pins in Pinterest.com. You just literally post pictures of crap. You know, they're lucky they're even making any money. Like, it's grandma's Instagram is what Pinterest is. Hold on, let me show you what Pinterest is. I don't think I have an account. I just want to make sure I'm not logged into an account, or I don't want to. I've never even freaking used it. I don't have an account. Should I make an account? I don't want to do that. Here. Take a look at this. This is Pinterest. Okay, it's trying to ask me to sign in. I don't want to sign in. I don't care enough to sign in. It's just pictures. It's literally fancy or crappy Instagram, depending on what side of the kind of the whatever metronome you fall on. But geez. What? I can't say it because we will get demonetized, but Fred said it for me. What the F happened? Man. Fred, thank you. Fred watched the Mara video, says it was great. Thank you, Fred. Appreciate you. You guys can check that out on my YouTube channel. If you go to ryanstocks.com, links in the description. You can see it on the screen. First link is to the YouTube channel. Second link is the Patreon. Third is Benzinga Pro. If you use this link right now to sign up for Benzinga Pro, use promo code RyanR, all caps. You get 30% off. I was on the phone with them today. I said, hey, Benzinga, we've got great viewers. I want to get them a promo code for my show. And they said, let's do it. So RyanR is the promo code. And I want you guys, if you can, go vote in the Twitter poll. You can do that there. If anyone wants to jump on the Instagram, that's there too. Webull, 2 free stocks. Sign up, deposit $5. You get 2 free stocks, all that stuff. Sorry for the plugs. Mandatorily have to do them from time to time. But man, Pinterest, sad to see. So even here, look, Pinterest hit low user figure. Okay, so they had lower user figures then. I didn't mean to call Pinterest users losers. I said lower user figures. Steve says, okay, not buying Robinhood. Yeah, I'd wait. I'd wait on Robinhood personally. I'd wait on Robinhood a little bit more because I think it's got some time. Buy the dip or no? I don't know. Does the dip stop dipping? When does the dip stop? Because tomorrow it's going to get uglier. That's the thing with these is there's a lot of people who aren't trading. Man, just ugly 13% candle. It's just a train down. Man, I'm sorry if you're in Pinterest. Plunges after reporting 125% rise in revenue, but continued pandemic worries. This is the thing. These headlines are the best. These headlines are hilarious. It's like, hey, we're up 125% in money, but pandy-wandy fears. I get it. Sell the news. Thea knows that's right. I have no idea what you're talking about, John. Mark says in all caps, I will be buying. Okay, rock and roll, buddy. All the best to you. Robert says, everyone is shocked when stocks go down, and we all know they were all overpriced. Sure, I completely agree with you, but stocks go down, stocks go up. But stocks going down this hard on good news is ugly. So you're going to be opening up all the way down here. This was the May kind of drop. So you're going to be opening up all the way down here. If it doesn't keep going, you'll probably see the mid-50s tomorrow. Which essentially you're wiping out this much gains of your company. So you're coming back to here. You're coming back to, wow, 2020. So you're wiping out all of that gains. All of those gains that the company had, it gets wiped out. And they're back to November 11th, 2020 levels. That's sad. That's really sad. That's really, really sad. The buy is $42. The buy is $45. Okay, so Mark says go buy. I can't tell you what to buy that. We don't look right now. You can't estimate what to buy the stock at because it has no support. It's just it ripped through everything. You're down here right now, right? So if I take the 53 as my low point, let's do it together. By the way, I'm not going to buy this stock. I do not have any interest in Pinterest. Wow, that rhymed. I have no interest in Pinterest. Guys, I'm the next M&M. I'm the Benzinga M&M. That was bad. You guys you guys don't have to like the video anymore. That rhyme was terrible. But all jokes aside, please hit the like button. Mean a lot. We're at 59 likes. Let's get this to 100. There's 148 of you amazing viewers right now. Hit the like button for me. Okay. All jokes aside, let's get serious. So we're at 58. So we're down here. Your next support level is essentially 54. Yeah, your next level of support is 54. Now, if I do a extended range on my fib levels, if I kind of come here, which I don't like doing Fibonacci's this extended. That's just me personally. But let's take a look at that. The 58.20. That's where you're kind of establishing some semblance of support. 58.20 and 50. If you cross 50, it gets really, really, really ugly. It gets really ugly if you cross 50. So please, please, please be careful with this stock. Yeah, I do apologize for that bad rap. I'm seeing a lot of people are getting quite angry. But yeah, do me a solid. I see one of you hit the dislike button since I did that stupid rap. I get it. It was bad. Don't rub it in. Don't take it out on the algorithm. With an angry comment and hit the like button. That's how you really piss me off. But man, Pin's ugly. All right, let's do this. It's time for you all to give me some stocks. Let's jump into it. We've got 10 minutes left. I think they've got someone else coming on at 6 p.m. So I'm going to double check. You guys throw some stocks in the chat. I'm just going to check the schedule. The schedule. Where's Benzinga? I'm having too much fun with you all today. It's not normal. I'm usually a lot more reserved, but I think that like seeing a 20% drop on a stock in after hours on good earnings will really mess anyone up. Yep, they've got someone. Okay, Amazon's earnings calls at 5:30. We don't care about that. 6 o'clock, you got chance trading, so I got to end this in 10 minutes. All right. Let me see this. See, you guys are putting stocks in there. Okay, I see them coming in. I just want a few of them in there so I can machine gun them. And we can machine gun them. All right. Okay. Hold on. Excuse me. All right, let's do it. This one's for you. This is the last 10 minutes. These are my favorite 10 minutes of the show. To be honest, is Amazon. We just did Amazon. We just did a ton of. We did an hour on Amazon. But here we go. We'll do Amazon one more time. Take a look at it here. Whoa, this guy came down harder since we started talking. So you're establishing some semblance of support around this area here. What's the low on this 35? We ripped that already. We're at 30. We're in the 30. Wow, we're in the 33s. My eyes are playing games on me again. We're here. Let me go to the 1 hour. Yeah, look at that. We're officially in a downtrend. So you've got support here at 33.25. I imagine you'll see more of a sell-off tomorrow. I can see this going sub 3,300. I can see this going 3,000. If things get really ugly in the markets and that all reflects, I can see that happening for sure. So let's do that. Hale says ATVI. Hold on. ATVI. Activision. Oh, great company, but it's dealing with a lot of crap right now. Great company and what they put out. I'm not commenting on what's going on internally within that company. That is none of my business. But look at this. They're sitting right at support, the 33.93 support, which is a 61.8% level. They're officially, quote unquote, in a downtrend if they can't reclaim the 87.86 level. But look at this. They're oversold. This is a reaction to bad press. There's a bit of a lawsuit that's pending, that's rumored / pending right now. So that's what's going on here. But it's ugly. But it looks like you're seeing some semblance of a bounce here. It's kind of broken the 33.93. I totally get that. That's happening here. But I'm still counting that as the support area in case we do jump in and jump back above it. We'll have to see tomorrow. If it breaks that, you're coming quite lower. You could easily see this is the support level that your next support level is literally down here. You have one support level here at the 81.50s, which is not strong support. If you look here, take a look at this, 81.50, 81.75 right here. If that breaks, you come down to 78 clean. That's probably where you'll start to see more of a bounce. If not, you're coming all the way down to the 70s. If If that breaks, it gets quite uglier. But let's be optimistic. Let's hope things play out. mRNA. mRNA is running on the fact that they were added or were supposed to be added to the S&P 500. If you've looked at stocks in the past, stocks that are added to the S&P 500 will run up, but then 6 weeks after, between the time that they're added to 6 weeks after, they will cool off and return back to their median pricing or even back to the previous pricing before they were added. So this is a stock that I'm not touching. I'm watching it closely as to when I see it breaking. That means if I see sub 300, I will buy leap puts on it, so that way I can kind of garner some gains on the way down. But in my opinion, this is overvalued. It's already showing signs that it's breaking. Look at the RSI. It's peaking down. MACD wants to turn down, but again, one or two few good days could send this going up. You have built some semblance of support here around the 318 area, 318, 316. So this is 315 and change, but 310. If it breaks 310, that's when I snipe some puts and I kind of ride this thing down. TTD. Someone said TTD and it jumps. Stan's Spot. Interesting name. I hope that's a restaurant and not an actual spot. Trade Desk. Trade Desk is a fun one. Trade Desk is one that had it's a reverse, not a reverse split, had a 10-to-1 split. This was a massively expensive stock before this, but now it's created an appeal to retail traders for what they do now. Am I 100% sure on what these guys do exactly? No, I haven't looked deeper into them ever. I've never cared to. But look at this. They're doing fantastic. Steady uptrend. You've got steady rise, consolidation, a massive rise, consolidation, downward trend, bounce off the 50, which is healthy. You want to see a bounce off of the 50. Now it's rising back up. And you're trending down. You're probably going to come back down to the 77 area, consolidate somewhere between here and 77, and go back up again. Or you come back down, you trend back down to the 50, around the 66, and then you go back up again. Again, these things come up and down. Chris says, fraud. Sorry, I mean Nikola. Dude, let's talk about Nikola. This thing is hilarious. How in the hell is this thing? Okay, thank God it's not a $5 billion company. It's only a $4.76 billion company now. How is this still around? Like, this thing should... Who's buying Nikola in after hours? I want to talk to those people. Can some of you text me or message me if you're buying Nikola in after hours? This company is nothing. This is like QuantumScape. No product, no service, nada, zilch. This should be a $0 company. Zero. Robert De Niro. Or at least $10. I'll give it to you. I'll give you $10. That's the best I'll give you. I wouldn't buy it still. This is the best I think it should be. Where did they fall to in the October and the March crash stuff? Here, there you go. 937. That's the best I would give you for this one. And realistically, it should be like a $5 stock at best. Thoughts on Coinbase? Long term seems to be around 220, 230. Matt, I would love to dive deep into Coinbase for you. I love Coinbase, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to do you one better. I did a whole video on Coinbase here. It's about 11 and a half minutes. I dive deep into them. I talk about their financials. I talk about where they're going. I talk about where I think their next quarter earnings will be. So I'll give that to you as a gift for you and anyone else who wants to know about Coinbase, so I can answer a few other questions. Long story short, I like Coinbase, but definitely check this out so you can understand why I like Coinbase to kind of wrap your head around it. That comment did make me laugh. ChargePoint should be doing great today. I know the infrastructure bill, they approved the charters, but again, red day because why? Because sell the news. Why this drop happened after someone sold 12 million shares. It wasn't an offering. People freaked out. Oh my God, 12 million shares. The float's 172 million. Why do you care? Why does that bother you? It blows my mind at how easily retail traders can be manipulated by headlines and FUD. Learn to read these filings, understand them, see where they're going. It will make you a way better trader. It's coming down. It's not doing great. I'd look to add around 20 to 22. But again, it wants to curl up. The RSI is not loading. There it is. RSI is weak. Yeah, it doesn't look great. Again, I like this company long term. I'm talking 2022, 2023. This is one of those. You could trade it. If you got puts up here, you should be caked. I would have sold them by now because you're trading sideways now and Theta's wiping your gains out. But I don't know. I like ChargePoint long term. KPLT. I'm going to have to start jumping around, by the way, because we are running out of time. KPLT is on a downward trend. No signs of a reversal. I don't know what these guys do. Electric commerce, e-commerce. I'm an idiot. I said electro-commerce. Listen to Paulina, by the way, folks. Don't forget to hit the like button. What are we at right now? We're at 73. Can we get this to 100? Get this video to 100 likes for me. Let's do this. Viana says, thank you for taking my comment/chat request. First time here. Much appreciated. Appreciate you, Viana. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe to the channel if you'd like. Hit the like button. You can subscribe to my YouTube if you like my content. What I do live streams there as well. Yes, we discussed pins in the after hours. They are tanking. Pins are taking a tank. Look at that. Heartbreaker is what's happening to pins. Tony, Snapchat, eat my tendies. I bought Snapchat puts, but I bought them not at the best time, and it's not falling hard enough. But I have some for tomorrow, so I'm hoping if we go closer to in the money of I got $70 puts, that gap needs to fill. This gap needs to fill. Mark my words, it will fill. It will fill. I'm talking to myself now at this point, but Snapchats should fill. But Robert says I'd buy Nikola at 10. Robert, why? I'd love to know why, Robert. I'm going to keep the chat going until you let me know. Ferris says IBM. I love IBM. IBM is one of those that I loaded up during the Pandy Wandy. But again, look, they broke the mean. They're consolidating. I could see them legging up soon. I don't see why they wouldn't leg up. But they were in a massive downtrend. Have they paid out their dividend for this quarter yet? If not, you could expect a bit of more of a dip. And that's what usually happens. If you pay out a dividend, you'll see a dip in the stock, but then it recovers fairly quickly. But no, I like the fact that it's above the mean. I'd like it to cross 142 and then start making a trend back up to 144.5 and then go back up and go up. But if it doesn't, you'll be coming back down. So just keep that in mind. Goldman Sachs. Which one? There's a lot of them. JBK. Let me know the ticker. I'm not sure which Goldman you like. Joe says SoFi. Joe, SoFi, I have tamed SoFi. I've played puts on it. I play calls on it. I make money up. I make money down. I officially believe I've tamed SoFi. I'm claiming it as my second stock in my Infinity Stone Gauntlet Fist of stocks. First one's Mara, second one's SoFi. It's official now. SoFi is good, but it's consolidating sideways. It had a massive downtrend. Now it's consolidating sideways. Allow it to produce earnings, and I think earnings will cause a jump. There's a bit of a fear right now going on. I'm glad I sold my calls on SoFi, but SoFi has a bit of fear right now with everything going on with Robinhood. Will pull it down. With the overall markets, will pull it down. But you had a lockup period that expired. You had a lot that happened, and the stock dropped, and that's okay. That's completely fine because I was able to play puts and make money. But it's a great buying opportunity, in my opinion. Here, if we can get 14, if we get between 15 and 13, is where I love this stock. But I don't mind paying more for it. I've actually sold puts on it for 2023. That's how confident I am on this stock. This is a monster. This is a sleeping monster that is unfortunately undervalued now, in my opinion. Especially with Robinhood, it proves it's undervalued. All right, we're running out of time. We are running out of time. Wow, SPY is down after hours. All right, let me take a look at SPY. Let's close it out with SPY. Oof. Oh, SPY's fallen. A little bit. Not too bad. Not too bad, but actually realistically bad. Give me the 1 hour. Oh, man. I'm so happy. We bought calls on the Patreon. Sung said calls. He called calls on SPY last night, like before close. I bought some calls, sold them into open. Did fairly well, thank God. But I'm glad I sold them. I was planning on. I was like, maybe I should hold a few, but I didn't. Hey, this is NYU calling, asking for donation money. Their call always gets rejected because I donated enough tuition money to you. Stop calling me. Hi, great stream. What do you think about Sava? Sava? I don't know. Let's take a look at Cassava Sciences. Biotechs. I don't know biotechs at all. Woohoo! What happened? Did you guys have good earnings too? Why Cassava shares are trading sharply lower today? Cassava shares are trading sharply lower today. Okay, are trading down by 20% at 108 Thursday afternoon after the company reported biomaker data and open label studies. Blah, 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 I don't know how to say that. As investigational drug for treatment for Alzheimer's disease. We're very pleased with the overall consistency of the data, says the CEO. So why is it down? Open label study. So why is it down? Improved cognition, clinical stage development. This is why I don't play bios. Screw that. I'm not playing bio stocks for this reason. You put out good news. The freaking thing was a $2 stock at a certain point. I remember this. I remember this massive run up. Now it's a $100 stock. Like, obviously, it's gonna get screwed up. Salva hard drop. Yeah, I don't know what happened with Salva. Just tuned in. Is he liking Hood? I do not like Hood at all right now. I like Hood around 10 to 15 bucks. Is Ryan Stocks your YouTube? No, Ryan Rozbiani is my YouTube. For branding reasons. But you can go to ryanstocks.com to get my YouTube. I can show you here. Ryan, if you just type in Ryan Rozbiani, or if you go to Ryan Stocks, links in the description, you click on the first link, it will take you to the YouTube channel. That's there. It says it's a case of buy hype, sell the news. Yeah, 100%. Bios are always sell the news. Always. It's very, unless it's surprises, but if you're expecting like a PDUFA, usually it'll run up even if it's good and run down. If it's bad news, it'll just run down. So that's why you always want to sell into the news. It needs to be random. I don't know what that is. It needs to be random control trial. Okay, so I guess it's not the correct type of trial, Noah is telling us. Okay, interesting. Robinhood. Watching Dual after it makes 10 million trades, 5.1 million. Yeah, Duolingo is doing very good on their IPO. Duolingo is doing fairly well. Look at that. Again, down, but compared to even if you bought the IPO at 130, you're still up. It's doing better than Robinhood is, right? Look at that. Trading in a box, not too much, not too fancy. Actually, I take it back. They're not doing great. I take it back. But hey, they're doing it. IPO is offered at 108. Okay, so if you got it at 108, congratulations, you're caking right now. Now, why didn't you take profits at 145? Did you have the opportunity to take profits at 145? It was like a flash up and down. If it was a flash up and down, I don't blame you. You can't. Timing that was impossible. Yes, it's a flash. It's literally, I think we can even go to a 1 minute chart. Probably happened the first minute and then came cracking down. Where are you? 145 here, literally the second minute, and then came crashing down. By the way, you know what I'll do? If you guys want, you can put in the chat. If this video gets to 100 likes, I'll do a live stream on my YouTube channel after this, because I know that Chance Trades comes on. Oh, Chance Trades is on now. I have to end the stream. I'll go and do a live stream on my YouTube channel. If you'd like to come over, I'll be happy to answer any more stocks for you there. Again, go to ryanstocks.com, first tab. I'm going to go live in 1 second. I will see you there. Thank you so much for watching. As always, remember, see you on Tuesdays, Thursdays, 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Hit the like button. What are we at right now? We're at 83. Get us to 100 likes. You guys are amazing. Appreciate you. See you on my YouTube channel. Again, go to ryanstocks.com. I'm going to go live right now. I'll be back in 1 second. Abraham, come over to the other stream. Come over, hang out with us. All right, see you guys next time. Peace.